Hi, welcome to our reading for September 2018. Now, remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs and symbols ring for you and follow those thoughts, those feelings, those memories that you get to bring clarity to what you're wondering. We are all psychic. We are all spiritual. We are all children of God, but we're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. This could clarify the past. It could shed light into the future or be right in sync with the now. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody, so we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. If you want a more in-depth look at your month, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign videos. And if you get a chance, try to check out the musical playlist that I put below. See if there's something personal for you in the lyrics, in the music, or just enjoy the tunes. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you in a moment. Yes, welcome to our reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's begin. Let's get clarity on the energies coming through in September 2018. Now, the random shuffle Pandora song that came through for Taurus was Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. That's a good one. I'll find that song and put it below for you guys. Now let's begin the reading. We're going to start with an Animal Whisperer card. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. We'll start with one card, get some clarity on energies coming through in September for Taurus. And this is cool. We have the ant coming through for Taurus. So even though the ant seems teeny tiny, the ant's so strong. So maybe you feel small, you feel tiny about a situation in a particular relationship with whatever you're going through, but you can totally handle it, Taurus. The ant can hold many times its body weight. They do tremendous work. They work well together. Together, they create a mountain. I feel like you're creating change, I want to say, in the world, Taurus. So maybe you do something online. Maybe it's your own energetic vibration or the work you do. Maybe you do something that's like philanthropy, that's helpful to even just a community. This could be changes in your world. You know, it doesn't have to be out there in the big world, but it starts in your world. So then the message with the ant is letting go of feeling alone. You are a vital part of the hill. Your job is important. You are important. Your energy is special. Your talents are special. You have a special gift for something. You have a contribution that is meaningful. Even if it's, I'm getting to a stranger, you may not ever know how much you changed somebody else's life by something you did. You know, whether that was the gift of time, a compliment, some emotional support. You know, I feel like it comes back to you from the universe, from God, maybe in other forms, maybe unusual forms. But I feel like you have a job to do. You have to get out of the house. You have to get out there, communicate, mix and mingle. I want to say go somewhere different, go to a different cafe, go to a different store, talk to the person in line, meet a stranger, you know, or maybe some advice comes through a stranger. It makes me think of business cards. So maybe you have business cards with you. You're doing something with your business cards so you can hand them out in case you meet somebody that, you know, might be interested in your craft or your ability with something, what you have to offer, your career, something like that. Or maybe somebody hands you a business card, or maybe it's like going in an old drawer and finding something that you got in the past and reestablishing that connection. So the ant, letting go of feeling alone. You are a vital part of the hill. So maybe you feel alone, maybe you're spending too much time alone, or you feel different. I'm getting like, I want to say the black sheep. I think there's a song, I think it's called Black Sheep by, I want to say Jen Wigmore. I'll find the song and I'll put it below for you guys. That's a good song. So you're strong enough to handle a situation, a relationship, and what you do is meaningful. It does have value. So know that you are valuable. What you're doing is making a difference, even if you don't see the results right away, Taurus. So let's see. Let's get clarity on the ant. Now, this deck of cards is new. They're affirmation cards. They're super cute. So let's get an affirmation card for Taurus. Clarity on energies coming through in September. Clarity on the ant. Getting out of the house. Knowing you are a vital part of the mountain. Maybe mountains in particular are important. Maybe you're going to the country or something on a mountain. Maybe you're climbing a hill. Maybe you already climbed that hill and now it's time to climb down the hill and it's easier on the way down. Maybe you're going up the mountain to gain a bigger, broader perspective of your situation, like mapping something out. You couldn't see it when you were standing on the bottom of the hill in the forest, but once you get to the top, you see what's around you. You see how far you have to go or how far you've already gone. Let's see, clarity for Taurus. And, ooh, Taurus, this is beautiful. So good things to come. Good things are coming your way. Here it has a car in wrapping paper. So maybe you're getting something big or something small that's extremely meaningful, even if that's somebody's attention or time. But here it's a car. So maybe some of you are getting a new set of wheels or a new way to get somewhere. Maybe a new house, a new apartment. I hear guitar. Maybe you're getting a new guitar or something like that, something that you use every day or you want to learn to use every day. Something that's like really important to you. I just saw a piano or a keyboard. I'm getting a lot of music, so maybe you're getting something like that. Like, I don't know, you played the piano as a kid, but you can't play it now because you don't have a piano in the house. But they have amazing keyboards now that have the same weight as a piano, so maybe something like that. I'm getting like maybe you're learning to drive a stick shift even. Good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper. But they will show up when the time is just right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. So there's something that's surprising that's coming through. So Taurus, just expect the unexpected. You know, don't put a lid on that box. Don't peek under something. If somebody is cooking you an amazing dinner and it's supposed to be a surprise, don't go on into the kitchen and try to help. Let somebody do something for you. You know, let it be prepared for you first, you know, before you, I'm getting sit down at the table and enjoy what comes. So, cool. Let's get clarity for Taurus. We're going to move along to the vice versa tarot. Clarity on energies coming through in September for Taurus. And cool. All right, we have the Six of Coins, so there is definitely a gift coming through. Whether this is advice, somebody helping you out, this card is like giving and receiving. You could be the giver, or you could be one on the receiving end. I want to say for you, it's a little bit of both. You might not give back to the same person or the same situation that gave to you, but you can give it back in a different form somewhere else. You'll feel it out. You'll know what's right. I feel like this is something financial that comes through. I like to say this is almost like the apple orchard is in harvest. You know, you have these apple trees and all of a sudden all of these apples are outside and you gather them up and you have like 50 baskets of apples. Are you going to bake 1,000,000 pies? You could. You can give some to the neighbors. You could maybe ferment something, make some cider, do whatever you want. But I feel like you have enough to give away. Somebody might give back. Maybe they don't have an apple tree, but they're going to bake you some cookies. You know, so be open to however the universe, you know, brings something back to you, even if it's a different form. So if somebody brings you a bunch of apples, maybe you can, you know, be the one to bake the cookies. So here it's a man. He looks very stern. He looks like he's contemplating something. It looks like he's looking down on his little kingdom. Now you can't tell if he is a giant and this is a normal size village or if this is like a model of something. So he could be making plans on how to do something on a larger scale, or he might be a really big energy around you that has a lot to offer. This could be like a boss energy, a father energy, a mother energy, something like that, where somebody feels really big, you know, maybe to you, or you come across as being that giant energy to something else. But you can make giant changes if that's you. So I feel like this guy has to go down and like not like knock on the little window and be like, "You guys good? You need anything?" And then like I think of like those weird things on YouTube where they make the tiny food. So I don't know what that means. So maybe you do something with like tiny food or something kind of unusual on YouTube, something really different. I'm getting like something weird on YouTube, but I feel like he has to communicate with this little village to know what's going on, what's working, what he can go out and get. You know, he's going to the store anyway. On this side, you don't see the kingdom. You see a bigger picture. You see a bigger landscape on something. You know, you don't even know there's something small in front of him or her. So try to see the bigger picture in a situation and also look to the details. I'm getting mix and mingle with the locals for you. So, what else do I get with this? I want to say be generous if you can. If somebody is trying to take from you and you feel like it's draining you, be bold, say no, walk away, change the energy around, you know, come back to you, give to yourself as well, give gifts to yourself so your energy is full, so you can give from a full plate. But if somebody comes like knocking on your window to your little house and, you know, they have something to offer, they have a big harvest in their garden, you know, say thank you. They don't know what to do with it all, and you are helpful in making them feel good by receiving what they have to offer. So maybe it's cooking somebody dinner or something like that. Let's see. This is nice. This is also balance in your finances. So maybe I hear pillow. Maybe you're getting a new pillow, or maybe you're making a cushion for the future. Maybe you are putting a little extra into paying your bills or pay back a loan or like credit card bills or something like that, so that in the future you have a bigger pocket to work with. You're ahead on something. Maybe you're getting rid of something that's a bill or something you're paying, I want to say like on your credit card every month that you actually don't use at all. You might not even know you're paying for it at this point. So maybe do a check on your credit card, see what you're spending money on. Or maybe you have something like a cable bill and you never watch TV. You know, you can get away with Netflix or, you know, Amazon or something like that. So maybe you can get rid of something big that you're just kind of wasting your money on. Maybe it's just turning off the lights in your house and the rooms that you're not using, or getting LED lights instead of standard light bulbs. So these look like light bulbs to me. All right, let's see. Let's get clarity from the Angel Tarot for Taurus. Clarity on the Six of Coins, the Six of Pentacles. The thing is with this card, right, it's a minor arcana 6. When I think of the 6, I think of love. But the Pentacles has to do with finance. When it's minor arcana, it means you have more It's not a bigger destiny card that's happening around you or to you. You have more say in the matter that's going on. So I hope that makes sense to you. So you have a say in whatever is going on. You have a voice, Taurus. Usually Tauruses have beautiful voices. Okay, let's get a card, clarity for Taurus. And, okay, so we have the 3 of Michael coming through. Now this card, I feel like this is a little bit of a rough-ass card. It usually means that there was something that was heartbreaking or emotionally draining, something that made you feel sad. This is kind of a sad card. It could be a breakup that came through in the past. Maybe you had a breakup happen around you, or somebody else is going through a breakup, or something didn't turn out the way you wanted, but maybe that was for the better. I want to say it was for the better, Taurus, because you have big gifts coming through. It's almost like God, the universe has something better for you. Maybe it starts with you doing something fulfilling for yourself. You know, doing something that makes you feel good, hanging out with your friends more, maybe giving something away. I thought of this in another video, I can't remember now, but when you, in the past, broke up with somebody, maybe you were living together, but you still have all their shit around, there's no space for something new to come through, even if that something new is learning what you want. So maybe it's clearing out old things that aren't in your life anymore and finally getting rid of that, like, shoebox of your ex, you know, and bringing some space and some clarity for something new and better to come through, because you have good things to come. You know, maybe it starts with finding out what really makes you happy. Finding out what doesn't make you happy at least steers you in the right direction and gives you boundaries to know what didn't work. Sometimes things just don't work out, you know? We are human, Taurus. So sometimes we have everything we want and everything is going great. And then sometimes we just have shitty periods. Sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's years, you know? But I feel like there's a way through it. When the 3 of Michael comes, I feel like creativity is key. Time is extremely, extremely important. When time goes by, your heart will heal. New things will come into play. You'll start to grow. You'll start to learn more about yourself. You'll start to see your situation differently. This could mean past hurts are finally having the chance to be healed. This could be somebody around you you're helping out. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So this is like the 3 of Swords. All right. I wasn't going to pull another tarot card, Taurus, but since you got the 3 of Michael or the 3 of Swords here, I'm going to clarify this because it's not for everybody. Some of you are in a really good position right now. Maybe you're just thinking about a past hurt, a past relationship. I'm getting like nostalgia energy. So sometimes we think about what happened in a more or less fun light than it actually occurred. Like if somebody, you know, kind of was an asshole to you, but you put such a light on how amazing they were, you forget how all the things that weren't working, you know? Or sometimes if you only focus on those bad things that weren't working at the very end, you forget all those beautiful things about a person or a situation. So let's see, let's get clarity for Taurus on the 3 of Michael. And, okay, we have divine guidance coming through. So divine guidance is the Hierophant. This could mean school. Maybe you tried to get into a certain school and it didn't come through. Maybe there's a better school for you. This could have to do with marriage, government, institutions, church. I feel like ultimately you have to look into yourself to find your own divine guidance and weed through what is true and what is good for you and what isn't and what is bullshit. Sometimes when this comes through, I feel like it's actually not following the rules like the traditional meaning of the card. It's actually creating new rules, not necessarily breaking them, but making them new. I love the stop sign example for this. So if there is an intersection and there's a stop sign, it's important to follow the rules and stop so that there's not an accident and nobody's hurt. But if there starts to be so much traffic on that intersection, they may need to put a stop light there and change the rules. So sometimes you start a marriage and you have certain rules that work, but then a child comes into play, or somebody changes their job, or you move to a different town, or there's a different schedule situation going on, and you have to adapt to that situation. The rules that you had, you know, if you thought you were going to homeschool your kid, but then, you know, maybe you have a kid and then all of a sudden you realize you're in a good place where they can go to a public school and maybe they can socialize better, and maybe that's a better solution than you thought before. So it's one way or the other way. It's adapting to a situation. I'm getting homeschool for some reason. So maybe it's even your kids going to homeschool instead, but make sure they go out and they have activities and they meet others in the community and they have friends and socialize, you know, so they're just not home all the time. Divine guidance, I feel like, comes through when you also find a wise teacher. You find somebody around you you can trust. So you can connect to. Maybe they have more experience in something, or I'm getting like knowledge about something that they've read about or studied. And it starts with you connecting with them, but maybe you end up in turn going out and studying it on your own. And you discover even more by diving into something on your own. So this could have to do, it could have to do with marriage, something going on in your marriage, something going on at school, something going on in a community. But I feel like if it was a weird situation, you're going to find a better community. You're going to find what works for you. You're going to learn to set new boundaries of what doesn't work for you. And find, I'm getting like divine inspiration, divine peace, divine timing, a new situation, a spiritual enlightenment, a spiritual growth spurt. You're going to figure out how everything was worth it in the end, or how it actually brought you to a better place because of what you went through. So the search for meaning of life, consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So there are wise people around you that can help you through this. This could also be you, Taurus. I mean, the Hierophant's you in the tarot. So this could be you as that wise teacher, and you just have somebody around you who's kind of going through it. Maybe you have a similar experience, maybe you don't. Maybe you're just a wise soul that can help them out. Maybe you're just an ear, a shoulder to cry on, and that's it. And you don't have to give your 2 cents. Maybe just being present is enough, you know, and really changes this person here. Gets them on, you know, gets them out the door, gets the right energy back into their world. Maybe you're getting somebody out of the house. I feel like for most of you, you have good things to come. And there's all these gifts here. So if it isn't somebody else coming through to give you a gift, you're giving that gift of time, of love, appreciation, lifting somebody up. All right, let's get clarity for divine guidance. Archangel Sandalphon, also number 5, major arcana. And I see the purple here. So maybe purple is important. The 5 makes me think of the wheel spinning. Change is coming. So let's get one more card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle for Taurus. And staying focused. Hold the course. So stay focused on maybe small goals, maybe the bigger picture of a situation. There's something that you need to focus on. There's something in particular, or someone who needs your attention the most. You know, there's something you have to address first. You have priorities that you need to work on first, and let the other stuff, I mean, not fall away, but I want to say put it on the back burner for now, and you can come back to something later. There's something that's really important you need to focus on first. So, let's see. Staying focused. Hold the course. Be clear about where you are going. Do not compromise. Follow your dreams. You deserve the best. Prioritize your life. Once you decide on a direction, hold that course. Do not fear. Do what's important and release the rest. Place your intent and passion on one thing rather than scattering it in many directions, and you will be successful. So one thing at a time is key for you. So even if you're multitasking a lot of different things, I want to say give all of the attention, all that you can on that one thing when you're doing it. Do the best you can with what you're working with. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know on the path it's easy for the traveler to be distracted by people, events, and even shiny objects. Do not take any side roads. Stay the course. Keep going no matter what emerges on your path or distracts you. It's easy to get lost and forget where you're headed. Recommit yourself to your destination. So maybe this is a recommitment coming through. Maybe it starts with yourself. You know, maybe in turn it brings somebody else back into your world, or there's like a mending of a relationship, but I feel like it starts with the mending of something in you. What you focus on is what you create. So put your attention on what is worthwhile, beautiful, and inspiring. Refrain from focusing on what is not working. Only focus in the direction you want to go. All right, Taurus, I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful September, and I'll see you soon. Bye.